All right, Raf, thank you so much. And you just heard Raf mention that weapons pause. President Trump was asked by a reporter. There was a couple of questions about it. Let's take a listen to what he said.
Sir, yesterday you said that you were not sure who ordered the munitions halted to Ukraine. Have you since been able to figure that out?
Well, I haven't thought about it because we're looking at Ukraine right now and munitions, but I have not gone into it.
What does it say that such a big decision could be made inside your government without you knowing?
I would know. If a decision was made, I will know. I'll be the first to know. In fact, most likely I'd give the order, but I haven't done that yet.
Okay, 3 congressional aides and a former U.S. official familiar with the matter told NBC News that last week's decision to halt the weapons shipment was a unilateral move made by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Yesterday on Meet the Press Now, retiring Republican Congressman Don Bacon of Nebraska called for Hegseth's resignation.
You know, I've said this before about the signal gate. It wasn't handled well. The secretary should have taken responsibility, admitted he made a mistake, but instead he doubled down, blamed the journalist, and then denied there was a problem with putting sensitive data on an unclassified system for attack. And I called for his resignation or being fired then, and I feel the same way now. When he makes the decision to not send weapons to Ukraine that was appropriated by Congress, signed by the previous president, and he didn't even notify President Trump or seek his approval, and it embarrassed the president.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it really is. It's unforgivable. It'd be unforgivable in any administration. You've had people fired for doing things far less than this. Katty K, you know, it's very interesting when people listen to what Donald Trump said there. They say, well, that doesn't make any sense. He's just sort of talking in circles. Actually, if you sit and actually listen to it, it is, I wouldn't say that he's setting a trap for Hegseth, but he's making 2 things very clear. Number one, a decision this big does not happen in his administration without him knowing about it. And number 2, he didn't know about this decision being made in his administration. Now, people can assume what they want to assume with that, but that leads to me to a very clear conclusion, which is he's not happy with Pete Hegseth, and he's sending a message inside the administration that once again Pete Hegseth has stepped outside the lines of the administration. He did it during transition, where he lied to the transition team. He did it during Signalgate. He's doing it again here, where he made this massive decision, this policy decision.
What is next?
And didn't notify the commander-in-chief. I mean, it really is breathtaking, isn't it?
I'm loving the decoding of what Donald Trump was saying, because I was listening to it, and you are far smarter at this than I am, Joe, because I was listening to it thinking that doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, I get what you're saying is that he's laying the trap. I didn't order this, and I would have to have ordered it. It was a bit like when he said to the reporter, I don't know who ordered this, you tell me, which was also a bit of a strange response. But it's not the first time that Pete Hegseth has done this, right? Back a few months ago, back in February, he also ordered a halt in weapons to Ukraine, only to have that reversed. He ordered the AUKUS review, the UK Australian nuclear submarine review, which also surprised people up on Capitol Hill because they weren't expecting that. That's with 2 allies, again, kind of stepping out of line. That had to be rowed back as well. So there have been these repeated occasions for his supporters of the defense secretary say, look, he's massively boosted intake and recruitment, and that keeps him on the president's good side. The president likes that, but I'm going to listen to the president in a new way now and listen for the traps that he's setting his cabinet members. Yeah, I mean, the defense secretary reports to the commander-in-chief. What else? What other things might he order, or his policy people order, who want to restrain the president that the president doesn't approve of? I think that's something that the White House is going to be asking more questions about.
Well, and, you know, and we heard in the first term, time and again. I mean, Jonathan Lemire, you reported on this. We heard the first term. The president being upset by people like Gary Cohn going in, taking a piece of paper off of his desk.